Canada immigration cuts 105,000 spots. New 2025 PR plan and what you must do now. Hey there, future Canadians! Welcome back to Canada Immigration Matters, brought to you by Chugo Immigration Services. Wow, do we have some breaking news that's shaking the entire immigration world? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Alright, let's get right into it. You need to stop whatever you are doing and listen closely. If you're planning to move to Canada, you need to watch this entire video because what I'm about to share could completely change your immigration timeline and strategy. We're talking about the biggest immigration policy reversal in Canadian history. So grab your coffee, hit that like button, and let's dive into what this means for your Canadian dream. Listen up. Canada just dropped a bombshell. They've slashed immigration targets from nearly 500,000 to just 390,000 for 2025. That's right. They're cutting over 90,000 spots. But here's the thing, and this is why you need to watch till the end. There are actually some hidden opportunities in this announcement that could fast-track your application. Plus, I'll reveal 3 specific strategies that could put you ahead of 95% of other applicants. I am going to break down exactly what these new 2025 targets are, why this is happening. And most importantly, I'll give you a brand new game plan to make sure your Canadian dream stays alive. You absolutely need to watch this to the end, because the strategy you had yesterday is now obsolete. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. The shocking new numbers. So, what exactly happened? Okay, let's set the stage here. For years, Canada has been like that friend who keeps inviting everyone to the party. In 2024, they plan to welcome 485,000 new permanent residents. That's like adding the entire population of Halifax in just 1 year. It was ambitious, it was bold, and honestly, it was kind of awesome for all of us dreaming of maple syrup and hockey games. But then October 24th, 2024 happened. Immigration Minister Mark Miller stood up and basically said, "Whoa, pump the brakes." And just like that, everything changed. The new targets? Check this out. 2025, 395,000 down from 500,000. That's a 21% reduction, folks. To put that in perspective, imagine your favorite restaurant suddenly saying they're serving 21% fewer customers. The competition just got real. The why behind the cuts. Now, you're probably wondering, why would Canada do this? Don't they need immigrants? Great question. And yes, they absolutely do need immigrants, but here's what's really happening behind the scenes. First up, housing. Have you seen Toronto or Vancouver rent prices lately? It's insane. The average one-bedroom apartment in Toronto is now over $2,500 a month. That's more than many people's entire salary in other countries. The government is basically saying, we need to build more homes before we invite more people to the party. Second, healthcare. Canadian hospitals are stretched thin. Emergency room wait times are through the roof. The government wants to strengthen these services before bringing in more people who'll need them. Third, and this is interesting, integration capacity. They want to make sure newcomers can actually succeed when they arrive. Better to have 395,000 people thriving than 500,000 struggling, right? And finally, public opinion. A recent poll showed that almost 60% of Canadians now feel that immigration levels are too high. The government is listening to that sentiment. So this isn't about being anti-immigrant. It's about managing the country's growth sustainably. But here's what the government isn't telling you loudly. This is also about politics. With an election that just went by, they're responding to public pressure. Some Canadians are worried about job competition and overwhelmed services. It's not pretty, but it's the reality we're dealing with. Impact on different streams. All right, let's break down what this means for you, depending on how you're planning to come to Canada. Who will be most affected? This is the million-dollar question. With 105,000 fewer spots, the competition is about to get fierce. Express entry candidates, listen up. This affects you directly. Fewer spots mean the CRS scores required for an invitation are likely to climb even higher. We've already seen scores hitting the 520s this year, and with fewer invitations to apply ITAs being issued, that trend will likely continue. The days of just having a good score are over. You now need an exceptional score. The economic immigration targets are being cut from 281,000 to 232,000. That's a massive drop. But here's the silver lining. Category-based draws are still happening. If you're in healthcare, trades, or speak French, you might actually have better chances now because these are priority areas. Family class applicants. You're getting a mixed bag. The target is going from 114,000 to 84,000. Spousal sponsorships will still be prioritized, but parent and grandparent programs? That's going to be tough. We're talking lottery-level odds here. Provincial Nominee Program, PNP. This is where it gets interesting. The federal government is actually giving provinces more control. Some provinces like Alberta and Saskatchewan are pushing back hard against these cuts. They need workers. So if you're flexible about where you live, PNP could be your golden ticket. And for future international students and temporary workers, the path is getting narrower. The government wants to reduce the number of temporary residents, so expect more scrutiny on study and work permit applications. Refugees and protected persons. Surprisingly, this category is seeing the least cuts. Canada's keeping its humanitarian commitments relatively stable at around 76,000. If you're in this category, your chances haven't changed much. Hidden opportunities. Your new game plan to win. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Okay, don't panic. This is where we turn worry into action. Here is your new game plan. Remember I promised to show you hidden opportunities? Here they are. Opportunity number 1, the French advantage. French is your golden ticket. I cannot stress this enough. The government has a mandate to increase Francophone immigration. Canada wants to boost French immigration from 8.5% to 12% by 2029. If you speak even basic French, start improving now. French-speaking candidates are seeing CRS scores 50 to 100 points lower than English-only applicants. That's huge. We've seen recent draws for French speakers with CRS scores as low as the 370s. If you have any French ability or are willing to learn, this is your secret weapon. It's the most powerful shortcut to PR right now. Opportunity number 2, the healthcare fast track. With an aging population, Canada needs healthcare workers. Nurses, doctors, personal support workers. If this is you, you're golden. Some provinces are even offering expedited processing for healthcare professionals. Opportunity number 3, the rural route. Big cities are overwhelmed, but rural areas are desperate for people. Programs like the Rural and Northern Immigration Pilot are actually expanding, while other programs shrink. Willing to live in a smaller town for a few years? You just jump to the front of the line. Opportunity number 4, the student to PR pathway. While student permits are being restricted, students who are already in Canada have better pathways than ever. The new rules favor people with Canadian education and work experience. If you're thinking about studying in Canada, this might actually be the perfect time. Opportunity number 5, maximize your CRS score. Every single point matters now. Can you retake your language test for a higher score? Can you complete another educational credential? We need to squeeze every point out of your profile. Opportunity number 6, dive deep into PNPs. Don't just wait for an express entry draw. Research provincial nominee programs. Which province needs your specific skills? A provincial nomination gives you 600 extra points, which is a guaranteed invitation. The key takeaway is this. You can no longer be a passive applicant. You have to be a strategic, top-tier candidate. The bar has been raised and you need to rise with it. Strategies for success. Okay, let's get tactical. Here are my top 3 strategies for succeeding in this new environment. Strategy number 1, the multi-stream approach. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Apply through express entry and check your PNP eligibility, and explore pilot programs. The more doors you knock on, the more likely one will open. Strategies number 2, the skills upgrade. With fewer spots available, only the best candidates will succeed. Get that extra certification, improve your language scores, gain that specialized experience. Every point counts now more than ever. Strategy number 3, the timeline hack. Here's insider info. Apply early in the year. Most people wait, thinking about it, planning. By the time they apply, half the year's allocation is gone. January to March applicants have statistically better chances. And here's a bonus strategy, the two-step immigration. Come as a temporary worker or student first, gain Canadian experience, then apply for PR. It's longer, but way more certain in this new landscape. Reality check. Let's have some real talk here. These cuts mean some of you watching won't make it to Canada as quickly as you hoped. That's tough to hear, I know. But remember, Canada isn't closing its doors. They're just being more selective. Think of it like this. Would you rather be one of 500,000 people struggling to find housing and jobs, or one of 395,000 people in a system that's actually prepared for you? Quality over quantity, right? Plus, and this is important, these numbers aren't set in stone. Political pressure is mounting. Businesses need workers. Provinces are pushing back. There could be a federal election in 2026, who knows? Things could change again. What you should do now. If you're serious about Canada, here's your action plan. Get your documents ready now. Police certificates, educational credentials, everything. When opportunities open, you need to move fast. Improve your language scores. Even 0.5 band improvement in IELTS could make the difference now. Research provincial programs. Every province has different needs. Find where you fit best. Consider temporary options. Work permits, study permits. These could be your stepping stones. Stay informed. Immigration rules are changing monthly now. You need to stay updated. Wow, what a roller coaster, right? Let me summarize the key takeaways. Yes, immigration targets are down significantly, but there are still 395,000 spots available. Priority areas like healthcare, trades, and French speakers have better chances. Provincial programs and rural streams are your secret weapons. The prepared and strategic applicants will succeed. Look, I know this news might feel discouraging, but remember, Canada still needs you. They're just being more careful about planning, and that's where professional help makes all the difference. This is exactly why you need experts on your side. At Chugo Immigration Services, we've helped many clients navigate even tougher situations than this. We know every program, every loophole, every opportunity. Don't let these changes derail your Canadian dream. Reach out to Chugo Immigration Services today for a consultation. We'll analyze your profile, identify your best pathways, and create a personalized strategy for your success. Click the link in the description, visit our website, or call us directly. Remember, in this new landscape, professional guidance isn't just helpful, it's essential. Thanks for watching, future Canadians. If this video helped you, smash that like button, subscribe for more updates, and ring that notification bell so you never miss critical immigration news. Drop a comment below telling me which strategy you're going to use. Until next time, keep that Canadian dream alive. Thanks for watching. Peace out.